I need to tell you something that's been weighing on me. In the past 6 months alone, I've watched seniors hand over hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars to airlines that they didn't have to spend. And the worst part? Nobody told them. These aren't careless travelers. These are smart, experienced people who've been flying for decades. But the airline industry has changed so dramatically in the past 2 years that the rules you knew simply don't apply anymore. Hidden fees have become a science. Credit card benefits go unclaimed. Travel credits expire in silence. And medical emergencies abroad drain retirement savings because nobody explained what Medicare actually covers when you leave the country. This isn't theory. This is real-world knowledge from someone who hands you that extra pillow at 35,000 feet. Last month, I met a retired school teacher named Dorothy, 74 years old. She'd just paid $247 in fees she didn't know existed, watched $800 in airline credits vanish because nobody told her they'd expire, and she was heading to Portugal without realizing her Medicare wouldn't cover a single aspirin if something went wrong overseas. Dorothy isn't unusual. She's the rule, and I'm tired of watching it happen. If you want more insider secrets that could save you real money on your next flight, please hit that subscribe button right now. I share these tips because I genuinely believe you deserve to know what the airlines aren't telling you. Here's what we're going to cover today. I'm going to walk you through 8 costly mistakes that seniors over 70 keep making in 2026, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to avoid every single one. We're talking about fees that range from $35 nuisances to $50,000 disasters. And for each one, I'll give you the exact words to say and the exact steps to take. Let's dive in. Let's start with something that genuinely frustrates me. I watch seniors hand over money they don't need to spend because nobody told them what they're already paying for. Here's what I mean. If you have a travel credit card, one with an annual fee, you're probably sitting on hundreds of dollars in benefits you've never touched. TSA PreCheck reimbursement, free checked bags, airport lounge access, travel insurance, annual credits that expire if you don't use them. These aren't hidden exactly, but airlines and banks aren't exactly putting them on billboards either. Here's the insider truth. Cards like the Chase Sapphire Reserve offer up to $120 toward global entry or TSA PreCheck every 4 years. The Amex Platinum gives you $85 for TSA PreCheck every 4.5 years. Many airline cards, the United Explorer, the Delta SkyMiles Gold, they give you free checked bags worth $35 to $70 every single round trip. That adds up fast. But if you don't know to use them, you're paying that annual fee for nothing. Here's what you do. Call the number on the back of every credit card you own and say this exact phrase. I want to understand all travel benefits included with my card, including TSA PreCheck reimbursement, baggage credits, and travel insurance. Write down what they tell you, then actually use it. For TSA PreCheck, you pay the $85 application fee with your eligible card, and the reimbursement happens automatically. You don't need to file anything. I had a passenger mention she'd been paying $695 a year for her Amex Platinum for 3 years. Never used the TSA PreCheck credit. Never stepped into a lounge. Never claimed the annual airline credit. That's over $1,500 in benefits she was already paying for. Gone. Don't be her. Check your cards today. Now here's the second mistake that makes me genuinely upset. Airline credits that expire in silence. You had a flight canceled. You rescheduled a trip. The airline gave you a credit instead of a refund. And now that credit is sitting in some digital wallet you forgot about, counting down to zero. Here's what most people don't know. American Airlines trip credit expires in 12 months if you're an A Advantage member, 6 months if you're not. Southwest, the airline that famously said credits never expire, changed their policy in May 2025. Basic economy credits now vanish in 6 months. All others disappear in 12. United credits expire 12 months from the original ticket purchase. And once they're gone, they're almost never coming back. Here's what you need to do right now. Log into every airline account you have. Look for a section called Wallet or Travel Credits or My Trips. Search your email inbox for the words credit, voucher, and each airline's name. Write down every expiration date and set a calendar reminder for 30 days before. If a credit is expiring soon, book any refundable flight to reset the clock. But verify that works with your specific airline first. Let me tell you about Christina. Her husband had a medical emergency and they had to cancel a trip. American Airlines gave her $2,622 in credit. By the time her husband recovered enough to travel, the credit had expired. She called the airline hoping for compassion. They told her it was gone. All of it. $2,600. Vanished because nobody warned her about the deadline. Airlines are sitting on billions in expired credits. That's not an accident. They're counting on you to forget. Don't let them win. Check your accounts today. Now let's talk about travel insurance, because this is where I see seniors lose thousands of dollars on a technicality nobody explained to them. You did everything right. You bought a comprehensive policy. You have a heart condition, so you made sure to get one that covers pre-existing conditions. Then something happens. You file a claim, and they deny it. Why? Because you bought the policy one day too late. Here's the insider truth that insurance companies don't exactly advertise. To get that pre-existing condition waiver, you have to purchase your policy within 10 to 21 days of your first trip payment. Not your final payment, not when you finish booking the hotel, the first payment. The moment you put down a deposit on that cruise or charge the first flight, the clock started ticking. Miss that window by even one day, and your diabetes, your blood pressure medication, your cardiac history, all of it gets excluded from coverage. Here's exactly what you do. Buy travel insurance the same day you make your first trip payment. When you're purchasing, say this to the agent or look for this online. I need to confirm this policy includes a pre-existing condition waiver and that I'm within the eligibility window. Keep every receipt, every email, every screenshot of your booking date, and declare all your medications and conditions accurately. Because if you leave something out and need to file a claim, they will deny it for non-disclosure. The pattern I see constantly breaks my heart. Seniors wait until 2 weeks before departure to get organized and buy insurance. By then, they've missed the 14 to 21-day window. If something related to their heart condition forces them to cancel, the claim gets denied. They had insurance. They paid for insurance. But the timing was wrong, so they get nothing. Here's what you need to do before any international trip. Call your insurance and say this exact phrase. I need to understand exactly what medical coverage I have outside the United States, including evacuation. Then purchase separate travel medical insurance with at least $100,000 in medical coverage and $250,000 or more in evacuation coverage. Look for policies from companies like IMG, Allianz, Seven Corners, or Travel Guard that don't slash coverage limits for travelers over 70. And carry those insurance documents physically with you, not just on your phone. The State Department and CDC confirm that medical evacuation alone can exceed $250,000. Medigap's lifetime cap of $50,000 barely covers a fraction of that. One emergency abroad without proper coverage can devastate retirement savings that took decades to build. You've worked your whole life for that trip to Italy, that cruise through the Mediterranean, that visit to see family overseas. Don't let a medical emergency turn your dream vacation into a financial nightmare. Check your coverage before you pack your bags. Let me tell you about the basic economy trap, because this one catches smart travelers every single day. You're searching for flights, you see one for $89. You think you found a deal. Then you add a carry-on bag, $45. Seat selection so you're not stuck in a middle seat at the back, another $48. Suddenly, that $89 flight costs $182, and you still can't change it if something comes up. You would have been better off buying the regular fare in the first place. Here's the insider truth. Basic economy fares are designed to look cheap. That's the whole point. Airlines strip out nearly everything so they can advertise the lowest possible number. No seat selection, you get whatever's left. No changes, no cancellations on most carriers. Some airlines won't even let you bring a carry-on bag. Spirit's cheapest fares allow only a small personal item that fits under the seat. And Southwest, the airline that used to be the most senior-friendly option with free bags and open seating, ended free bags in May 2025 and launches assigned seating in January 2026. The landscape has completely changed. Here's what you do before clicking purchase. Look for a link that says Fare Comparison or Fare Details and actually read it. Add up the true cost. Base fare plus bags plus seat selection plus any potential change fees. Ask yourself this question. Would I rather pay $50 more upfront for regular economy that includes a bag and lets me change my flight? Most of the time, the answer is yes. And always book directly with the airline, not through third-party sites, because changes and customer service are infinitely easier when you have a direct relationship. I see this pattern constantly. A couple books basic economy to save $60 total. Then they pay $70 for checked bags and $66 to sit next to each other. When their grandson's graduation gets moved a week, they can't change the flight at all. That $60 savings turned into a $200 loss, plus a missed family milestone. The cheap fare wasn't cheap. It was a trap. Now here's a mistake that seems small but can ruin your entire trip. Booking a flight with a name that doesn't match your ID. You've gone by Bob your whole life, so you type Bob. But your driver's license says Robert. You booked with your maiden name because that's what's in your frequent flyer profile. But your passport has your married name. These small mismatches can get you denied boarding, and the airline owes you absolutely nothing because it's your mistake. Here's what TSA requires. The name on your ticket must match the name on your government-issued ID. Not close, not similar, match. Airlines have tightened enforcement significantly, and their systems flag discrepancies automatically. If you're denied boarding because of a name mismatch you created, you're not entitled to a refund. You'll have to buy a brand new ticket at whatever the current price is, which is almost always much higher. Here's exactly what you do. When you're booking, take out your driver's license or passport and type exactly what you see. Not what you remember, not what people call you. Check your frequent flyer profile right now and verify the name matches your current legal ID. If you've recently married, divorced, or legally changed your name, bring documentation like a marriage certificate or court order to the airport. And after you book, immediately verify that the confirmation matches your ID letter for letter. A woman tried to fly to Europe using Jackie on her ticket when her passport said Jacqueline. The airline refused to let her board. Almost $1,000 gone. She cried in the airport while her dream vacation left without her. One name, one missing syllable, everything lost. Here's something that genuinely bothers me. Airlines, hotels, and rental car companies offer senior discounts of 10 to 35%, but they almost never advertise them. If you don't know to ask, if you don't know where to look, you pay full price while the person booking right after you saves hundreds of dollars on the exact same trip. Here's the insider truth. United and American both have senior fare options for travelers 65 and older, but they're buried in their booking systems. You have to specifically select Senior 65 Plus in the Traveler drop-down menu, or call and request it directly. These fares don't appear in standard searches. If you just type in your dates and hit search, you'll never see them. AARP membership costs $16 a year, sometimes $15 with auto-renewal, and it unlocks savings most people don't know exist. British Airways offers AARP members $65 off economy tickets and $200 off business class. Avis and Budget offer up to 35% off rental cars. Hotels at thousands of properties offer additional discounts. One booking can cover years of membership dues. Here's exactly what you do. When booking flights online, look for a drop-down menu that says Traveler Type or Passenger Type, and select Senior 65 Plus before you search. If you don't see it online, call the airline directly and say this: I'm 65 or older. Do you have any senior fares available for this route? Before any rental car or hotel booking, ask the same simple question. Do you offer an AARP discount or senior rate? Don't feel awkward about it. These discounts exist specifically for you. The math is simple. If AARP saves you $65 on one flight, $50 on a rental car, and 10% at a hotel, that's over $150 back from a $16 membership. Yet most seniors I talk to either don't know these discounts exist or feel uncomfortable asking. Please don't. You've spent a lifetime earning these benefits. Use them. Here's what you need to do. Before clicking Purchase, look for a link that says Fare Rules or Fare Conditions and actually read it. Ask yourself this question. If I couldn't take this flight, what happens to my money? If flexibility matters to you, and for most seniors it should, pay the extra for main cabin or regular economy with free changes. If you absolutely must book basic economy, do it within the first 24 hours of finding the fare, so you can cancel penalty-free if something changes. Write down the expiration rules for any credits you receive. I see this devastation regularly. Seniors book the cheapest fare to save $50. Then something happens. A health issue, a family emergency, a scheduling conflict. They call the airline expecting help and hear the same words. I'm sorry, that fare is non-changeable and non-refundable. That $50 savings cost them everything. And there you have it. 8 costly mistakes I see seniors make every single week. Mistakes that add up to hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars that could stay in your pocket where it belongs. If you're still here with me, that tells me you're serious about protecting yourself. And if this video helped you see something you didn't know before, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. I create these videos because I genuinely believe you deserve to travel with confidence, not confusion. When you subscribe, you're telling me to keep sharing these insider secrets that the airlines aren't exactly advertising. Let me give you a quick recap of everything we covered. We talked about checking your credit card benefits because you might already be paying for TSA PreCheck, free bags, and lounge access without using them. We covered how airline credits expire silently, sometimes in just 6 months, and how to track them before they vanish. We went through travel insurance timing, because buying it one day too late can void your entire pre-existing condition coverage. We discussed the Medicare gap that leaves seniors facing $50,000 or more in medical bills abroad because they assumed they were covered. We exposed the basic economy trap, where that cheap fare costs more than regular economy once you add bags, seats, and lose all flexibility. We covered name matching, because Bob on a ticket and Robert on your license can mean denied boarding and no refund. We talked about senior discounts hiding in plain sight that require you to ask or know where to look. And we broke down change policies that can cost you every dollar if you don't understand what you're buying. Now here's one bonus tip before I let you go. If you're flying alone and you're over 70, tell your flight attendant during boarding. Just a simple, "Hi, I'm traveling solo today." That's it. Why does this matter? Because if there's turbulence, if there's an emergency, if you need help reaching overhead storage or getting to the restroom, we already know to keep an eye on you. We're not going to hover, but we'll be there. I've seen situations where that simple heads up made all the difference. You are the passengers we fly for. Your safety and comfort matter more than you know. Please don't be afraid to speak up, ask questions, and advocate for yourself. These accommodations and protections exist because you deserve them. You've spent a lifetime earning them. Use them. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these mistakes surprised you the most? Have you ever lost money on expired credits or hidden fees? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one, and your stories help me know what to cover next. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. Hit that button and the notification bell so you never miss an insider tip. I've got videos coming up on how to actually get upgraded, what to do when your flight gets canceled, and crew secrets that airlines don't want you to know. I'm Lucy, and I'll see you in the next video.